Okay, everybody, hello. This is Paul and Brenda from Sons of Speed, and today we are at a media kind of get-together drive event. They have a bunch of cars in the parking lot. You basically get in one, put up your cameras, and go. So these are all first impressions. We haven't driven any of these cars, not even for a minute before we start talking about them.
Yep.
So whatever we say is exactly what we're thinking. This is the Acura TLX Type S. I've always kind of wanted to drive this. I was really anticipating, couldn't wait for this to come out. And then I was a little disappointed when I heard the horsepower figures.
Yeah, it's a little underwhelming in the power department.
It's 355 horsepower, 354 foot-pounds of torque. I was hoping more for 400.
Yeah, close to it.
Or close to it, but everyone was saying it drives amazing. You got to test it out first. So here we are.
There we go.
I can't wait to test this out, and let's really see how it compensates for its lack of robust horsepower.
There we go. Let's hit the road.
I will have to say though, the seats are really nice.
They're very well bolstered.
Even more bolstered than the Maserati Trofeo we just got out of. So.
Really? So I have to say the interior on this car, first of all, the exterior is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice looking car.
I mean, from behind especially, we were tailing this earlier in a BMW, and it was just looked beautiful. But the interior is very unique. So we've been in a lot of cars today. We've obviously been in a lot of cars just as part of this job. But this waterfall design, and by waterfall I mean like if you filled up this top part here where the screen is with water, it would spill off. It would spill off. It's got this waterfall design that is very unique. It is really cool. Paul just popped it into Sport Plus mode using
you have
the
to
dynamic.
hold it there for like 3 seconds and popped it in. So.
Okay. So
and right away
you could hear. Well, you heard the exhaust kind of get a little more aggressive, and the revs are higher. So let's see. This is super handling all-wheel drive. A lot more engine noise than I was expecting, which is good. It's a good thing. It's not an NVH issue.
Although right off the line, maybe we were a little bit on an uphill. It was kind of like not doing what I was hoping it would be doing. It was a little dragging there.
Felt like it was struggling to get out of its way a little bit.
Yeah, but let's see when we're on a flat road.
I wonder how much of that engine noise is real and how much is artificial.
I'm thinking it might be a little
enhanced,
pumped in or enhanced. So let's.
Because look, we just got out of a Maserati Trofeo, right? 600
V8.
horsepower, V8, and it didn't sound that loud.
Yeah.
It sounded good, but it was very muted. That car was very well insulated, and not a lot of the noise was getting in. And obviously, they weren't pumping anything into the car. That right there was a lot of engine noise, which sounded good again, but I don't think it was actually natural. This does have auto start stop, so it fails the auto start stop S button challenge. But and it looks like we have a little bit of a trackpad down here. Just playing around with it, it's a little bit better than most of the trackpads we see. So I would say probably better than your typical Toyota, well, really Lexus one. But of course, then again,
but Lexus ironically has switched over to touchscreen. So,
and you get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They should both be wireless. You get wireless phone charging. You get this wrist pad for using the trackpad, so that's good. But we're really interested in how does this thing really handle? How does it drive? All right, Paul, hit it. Whoa. Okay, it picks up speed at those higher RPM levels. It does seem to take 6.12 to 60 right there. A little bit uphill, and you got both of us in the car, so I'm guessing high fives.
I would give it 5.9, because what we're doing is we're kind of taking 0.2 of a second off for the second person. So 5.9.
Yeah, and that wasn't exactly level, but
yeah, we'll try it again.
Yeah, we'll give it a few shots. But the interesting thing is that it definitely picked up power around 5,000 RPM. Like it was kind of like ho hum, and then it kind of got better, and then it really picked up a good pull of horsepower right around 5,000. You have more backseat room than you do in this Trofeo.
Steering wheel feels nice. It's got that perforated leather on it.
Everyone's gotten a good wheel today, starting with the BMW, the big, thick, nice wheels.
Yeah, the BMW was smooth. This actually has that, I love that texturized perforated leather, so that's a bonus there.
Yes, and it's not microfiber, so it actually won't. You know, the nice thing about microfiber, it feels great, but after 2 years of daily use, it starts to get really oily and worn down, and then it's no longer a good thing. So that's better for longevity. Throttle response seems to be really good.
Throttle response is good.
Sport Plus. It's a little bit reminds me of the BMW and that sort of smooth, almost generic but good power delivery, where it's not really blowing your doors off, but it's very adequate.
It is a very smooth power delivery. It does very well in the sweepers. Here.
The seat's holding good. It's really sitting nice and flat.
It does downshift by itself nicely, so it's always something for the correct gear, so that's nice.
I will say those paddle shifters look absolutely minuscule compared to the Maserati.
Yes, but you know what? They perk up and they feel pretty nice. And you can tell they're kind of a premium plastic. Maybe they're metal. I mean, if they're plastic, they're really good. It's always in the right gear, I'll give it that.
Yeah, in Sport Plus, I think you're always going to be sitting in the right gear. Your fuel economy will suffer.
Who cares?
But who cares about that, right? Yeah, exactly.
Brakes are really nice.
Yeah, and
very firm pedal feel.
As part of that sculpted bodywork, those little ridges on the hood there kind of make a little bit of peak on both sides of the hood. Gives it that sporty edginess. So it's definitely got the looks. It has, I would say, about 80% of the go.
Yeah, I really wish it had a little bit more go. I mean,
just a little.
The power's there. It just needs that extra oomph.
Here we go. Well, you can definitely take a turn in a hurry.
Yes, you can. Let's see what we do on these turns here.
I wonder if they gave it a little bit of a hybrid treatment, a la the NSX.
Yeah,
not to that point, obviously.
A little hybrid oomph would be nice.
You know, maybe like another 50,
yeah, you know what though? It does. I can tell the torque vectoring. I can feel it. It's working really well.
Yeah, the all-wheel drive systems on these cars has always been amazing.
And the shifting is right there. I put on the brakes. It's already started downshifting.
Yep,
it's doing great.
Yeah, so you can just leave it and drive.
Yeah, just leave it and drive.
Small paddle shifters.
Well, you can kind of override it maybe, but you don't really need to put it in manual shifting. Yeah, no understeer.
No. So handling department, I give it a good A, good solid A.
Yeah.
And like you said, the brakes seem to be doing really well. Holds the road very nicely.
Yeah, it does. The chassis feels real tight too. It's nice and flat. Yeah. It drives really well. The engineers did a fantastic job on this car. Okay, now you drive.
All right. Okay, so initial impression. Wow, that's tight steering.
It is tight steering, yes.
Ooh, that's nice. Very direct. Oh my gosh. No slack whatsoever. A little bit of go-kart like. It's funny because by any standard other than today's standard, this is a fast car.
Yes.
The problem is that cars today have gotten so wickedly fast that it's almost ridiculous how fast they are, and then it makes something that actually is pretty quick look slow by comparison. All right, let's see how we do 0 to 60 going this way. Yeah, 4,500 RPM or so. Really picks up the pace. 5.59.
So 5.6 minus 2, 5.4.
Mid fives is a good time.
Yeah, that's a good time.
So 5.4 to 60, again, super respectable.
Yeah.
And it's not the 4 seconds of the Trofeo, but you could buy 2 of these instead of 1 of those. So that's always the trade-off, you know. Are you going to spend a ton more money to get more power?
But I have to say, on the twisties, this car is very comparable.
Yeah, actually it is. It handles just as well as that Ghibli did.
And with the 4-wheel drive, it's a little bit more sure-footed.
Yeah, really.
And I actually have to say, compared to that Trofeo, I think the steering is tighter.
Yep, and you do get more back seat room if anyone cares about that. The steering is definitely tighter. I have not driven a car with this tight steering in a long time, other than my Corvette in full race mode, but this is really, really good. Oh man, that just sits so nicely right there. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was.
I have to say, I might be eating my words.
I know. That was beautiful. Holy cow.
So I guess
these brakes are really good.
I guess you got to buy this car and send it to a tuner.
Really, if you could tune this motor and put some power into it. Oh man,
the fundamentals are here.
Yeah. Oh.
They're definitely here.
They did the hard part.
They did the hard part. Yeah.
Tuning the suspension is always much harder than making something go faster.
And now the easy part is adding more horsepower.
Yeah.
That's why I was waiting. You think they're going to have a Type R?
Oh, yeah. This in a Type R. Yeah. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Hell yeah. And then if you're going to go Type R, you got to go 420 horsepower.
Yeah.
We already beat our 0 to 30 time. Best 0 to 60 so far, 5.54.
Okay, so 5.3 then.
Yeah, we're breaking into 5.3s. So, Paul, I think you and I are kind of on the same page here.
Yes, very impressed. Like I said, I came in a little disappointed with the horsepower numbers, considering that, in today's market of sports sedans, hot sports sedans, I was kind of hoping to get that 400 mark.
Yeah.
This fell a little bit shy of that, but I'm telling you, just the way the car corners, the way it steers, the suspension, the transmission,
the steering feel,
everything. It's a great car.
Yeah, and the all-wheel drive just makes it effortless.
Yes.
You cannot fault the way this car drives. The gauges are really cool, by the way. You got this analog, red and silver package. Well, very much like the Trofeo with the digital readout in the middle. So, it's hard to fault Honda and Acura for doing anything. And here, there's very little to find wrong with this car. Please bring us a Type R. I'm thinking 420.
420 would be perfect.
Yeah.
But I'll even take 400. It just needs that little extra oomph just to make that smirk on your face a true smile.
Yes. A 4.5 to 60 instead of a 5.5 to 60 would really be something to smile about.
Yes. So, and with that, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.